Good morning and welcome to another wildlife photography video. So today I'm up on the moors in the Yorkshire Dales, and I did a video here back last August where I was photographing red grouse in the August heather when it's at its best in bloom. But I wanted to come back in the winter in a different season in this gorgeous winter light. I was hoping for some frost, but really there is virtually no frost up here whatsoever, just a little bit in the shadows, a few remnants left. So I've got my 500mm f4 Canon lens down there with the Canon 1DX Smart 1 attached to it, and I say conditions are pretty good, so all I need now is some grouse. No grouse anywhere so far. Just when I'm thinking it's deathly quiet, I've seen a grouse just by the side of the road, so I'm gonna see if I can get a bit closer to him. What we've got to do is drive further up so I can turn around so that I can be on the right hand side of him. Right, he's still there. And what I've got to do is get the beanbag first onto the window. Get the camera on top of the beanbag. Right, so I've sort of got within range just to get him used to the car, and now basically I've just got to inch forward really slowly, try and get closer. This is a difficult bit, this is never easy. Awkward, man. Back up a bit. This is why I go through lots of clutches. Looks very relaxed actually. So at the moment he's just feeding on the shoots of the heather, just pecking away. He's actually doing a bit of preening now, so he's obviously quite relaxed. If you're with a bird like this and it begins to preen, then it's usually a sign that the bird's actually quite comfortable, quite relaxed in your presence. So it's always good to see. I like to keep the shutter speed pretty high when I'm photographing birds, but it doesn't always have to be, you know, really high. So at the moment I've got ISO 800, f6.3, and that's giving me a shutter speed about 400th of a second. In this situation, I'm finding the exposure meter is actually fairly accurate. Ooh, I got his attention. Oh, he's off. The problem sometimes is that they're just too close. So this male is like, he's right by the side of the road, but I can't get any further across, and he's so close, he's almost too close for the 500mm. We'll see what we can do. Well, I can just about get him in the frame, and he's literally filling the entire frame. He's not too close. The minimum focusing distance of this 500mm is, was it 4.5 meters, but he's not much further away than 4.5 meters. He's an absolute beauty, this male. It's very nice when you get to see them out of the heather, so you can see their white feet, all the feathers that they have down their legs, onto their feet, onto their toes, which just gives them so much protection over the winter. They're really well adapted for the cold conditions, and you've got to be if you're going to spend the winter up here. So I've just got live view at the moment. I've just zoomed in. This is actually filming. So I'll zoom in on live view so I can get really accurate manual focus on it. Now this is the kind of frustration that you'll get a lot doing this. There's one grouse very close to the side of the road, and he's raised up. He's kind of on a bit of a tussock, so he's raised up, which is perfect for photography. However, from this angle he's just totally against the skyline. So there's really not a lot I can do. So it's quite a nice silhouette. It's a cracking grouse as well. Oh, gutted. He's beautiful, but he's like in the worst possible position for where I am on the road. I've got like a blind hill in front of me. I can't stay here too long. Okay. I managed to take a few shots there. That was in such an awkward position, and it's not the safest thing to do with this. So what I actually did there, I thought it'd be worth trying to take a shot. The grouse was kind of side lit by the low winter sunshine, so part of its body was lit and part of its body wasn't, and the background was light sky, so it was all a bit awkward really. But what I did was actually use some fill-in flash as well, so that's something, actually I could do a video on that. I could do a video on fill flash. If you think that's a good idea, if you'd like to see a video on how to use fill-in flash, then just let me know in the comments box. But yeah, I've got the Canon speed light. This is a 580 EX2. So I put that on. It's also got the diffuser, which just softens the quality of light from it. And then it basically talks to the camera in terms of exposure. So usually I would reduce the flash output a little bit, but I actually just left it as it was, essentially on 0. So I thought that was going to be more accurate in that situation. And then I also put it on high speed, because if you use fill-in flash with a high shutter speed, it won't actually sync with the camera. There's usually a shutter speed, a maximum shutter speed for flash synchronization, which are often around 250th. So if you want to use a faster shutter speed and the flash at the same time, then you need to hit this little, what is it? The little H button, which is high speed flash, I think that stands for. I don't know if you can actually see it on there. So I need to remember, if I think it's a fairly fast shutter speed, which it often is, then I just need to hit that button as well. But I took a few shots, worth a go, but yeah, I couldn't stay in that situation too long because I was right in the middle of the road and kind of had like a blind summit in front of me, so it wasn't worth risking my life for that picture of a grouse. I don't know why I got out of the car. I could have just done this bit in the car. It's freezing. So thanks for watching. It wasn't great for pictures this morning, but you know, that's how it goes. It wasn't too bad, but I enjoyed it, which is the main thing. It was good fun. I hope you enjoyed the video too. Until next time, I will see you somewhere in nature sometime soon. I've just stopped, and the reason is, shut up. The reason is, I've just seen something. It's dead, but it's something in the middle of the road. And you tend to see a lot of dead stuff in the middle of the road around here, in the Dales. But it looks a bit different to what I'd usually see. Oh my word! Oh, look at that!
Pop goes the weasel, a penny for a spool of thread, a tuppence for a needle.
This is not health and safety.